Elizabeth, Martha, and baby Karla. Then there's Herman's wife and Joe's wife, Elizabeth's husband and their families and offspring, and Lou Jacobs, the great clown. And they all live together in a little wooden house, surrounded by auto trailers and little houses they've added from time to time. Here they lead a simple life. They build all their own apparatus, rig their own high wires, and appoint each one of the troop to some handy task that will assure the completest cooperation from the whole combine. Each little family group is self-sustaining, and here seniority really counts. But they're all really troopers. You'll find that out as we go along. Right now, this simple little thing Philip and Arthur and Martha are doing is called a muscle grind. Not a very pretty name to give such a difficult trick, but when we tried it, we found out why they called it that. It's mighty dangerous work, for that net below wouldn't hold a fly. It's just there, Carl explained, to provide a slight break should someone accidentally fall. Accidents, said Helen, aren't counted. You just go back and do it again, if you can. This stunt and all the tricks they showed us are for their new act in the greatest show on earth. From infancy, little Wallendas have learned to walk the high wire. When she was 19 months old, Karla managed to toddle across the wire before she could walk properly on the ground. Karl, her proud father, has been patiently making a daring young lady out of Karla since birth. And from the looks of things, he has a fine start. Right now, she's the youngest and prettiest child wire performer in the world. Every little movement has a meaning all its own. That's what Karl explained. You see, he told us, a performer has to use his feet and hands just so. Otherwise, they wouldn't make a good appearance. Well, what about balance, we asked Karl. He laughed and then told us that balance takes care of itself. But walking the wire isn't so easy. Let's watch Philip try it without his balancing pole. Philip's been doing it for years, but he's never fallen. That is, far. Fear has no place in their lexicon. They seem entirely without worry and fear, and casually stalk death 100 times a day. For during the layoff period, they must forever keep at their tricks all through the long winter months. During this time, they try out new tricks and perfect old ones, plan daring new stunts that would turn the hair of a top sergeant. Incidentally, some of the family won't be here this year. They'll be off to fight the common foe. Here's a beauty. 2 bikes, 2 men, and a girl. A chair, 3 poles, a special shoulder contrivance, and a whole lot of first-class nerve, and you've got it. The only girl who does a perfect stand on a chair on top of a shoulder bar. They're kind of complicated explaining it, but there it is, a doozy. Just the thing for finding that missing jam jar in Grandma's kitchen, I bet you. A fall now would catapult all 3 into a tangle of chairs, bikes, and circus folk, and picking up the pieces would be a tough job for all the king's men. Said she'd like to show us how a wire is really walked. Well, she's going up to do it. There's a wind blowing, and if you think a wind doesn't make a difference, just watch Grandpa's long red woolen shorts next Monday. And remember, Karla isn't a very big girl. Boy, oh boy, I get dizzy just watching her. Hello, here's our old friend, Lou Jacobs. Say, Lou, how about getting into your working dust? That's better, Lou. Now we recognize you. Hey, what's churning chum? Getting ideas? He'll never resist this opportunity. Once the big show starts, Lou will be right there doing his stuff. And believe me, a clown is nobody's fool. Timing is what makes them famous. And this master of the sawdust ring is acknowledged the best of the best. much a commentator can say about this little lady, I can urge you to watch her feet. They're really precision personified. But actions speak louder than words. So in tribute to the patient training her parents have given her, in tribute to the daring Karla displays, let's sign off and watch her while she walks 40 feet in the air across 100 feet of wire. Here's rhythm, balance, poise, and courage. A 4-year-old marvel that knows where she's going. Phew, that was some stroll. And Helen and Carl aren't too glad it's over, are they? There was a wind blowing, and one miscalculation would have spelled disaster. But to these folks, there's no such word as can't. Year after year, following the traditions of their ancestors, they go on devising new thrills, new chills for the countless millions that look forward every year to the advent of the circus. Remember their long months of toil when you're inclined to say, that's easy. Then you try a high wire layoff.